Hey guys, thanks for checking us out. This may be a 2 or 3 part series, and I know the question by some of you and those who start to join our channel is, what in the world are the Comstocks doing? What are they doing with that abandoned house? So what you may not already know if you didn't watch the very first episode was that recently, after working on it for more than a year, we bought 200 acres, not touched in 50 years. Mile-long stream, mile-long road that we're going to build to get into it. More than a mile of ridgetop, 3 ridgetops actually facing the mountains. You all have heard all of that if you watched the very first episode. But what you may not realize is, or not know about it, is that we're going to stay nature focused. So rather than follow the progress that is so common here in the Smokies, which is nicknamed or called mainstream tourism, we're going to go a whole different route. So our version of progress is actually to step back and to say what matters most. And as you can see, I'm getting excited because what matters most to me, and I think is an unmet need here in the Smokies, is people who are focused on nature. You come to the Smokies, and unfortunately, I met some British folks. I met some British folks in Wears Valley here recently. They hadn't been here in 20 years, and they were so disappointed because rather than the mountains being the focus, mainstream tourism has become the focus. And that's not to say that stuff isn't great. I shop at Tanger. I walk the strip in Gatlinburg. We did at Christmas time. We go to Dollywood. We've been up to Anakeesta. We do all of the things here in the Smokies, but where's the focus on nature? And so this house behind me, this farm was an absolute shocking thing to find. This project is different than anything else that's going on here. So as you can see from my logo, take a look at that. That logo is different than anything I'd seen before. The green movement is growing worldwide. What you see in that logo is this thought of conservation versus progress. And so the question that you may be wondering, okay, so how's it different? Focus on nature has kind of taken a back seat to all of the other exciting things here in the Smokies. And I think it's an unmet need. Mainstream tourism is what we see around us. It's the production of bigger and better. It's what makes the Smokies so exciting. But the other side of the Smokies is what set the foundation for it. And that is what we see around us. The trees, the streams. I don't know if you can hear it over here to my left. Nature itself. And so ecotourism is a focus back on nature and a focus on sustainability. And so this project, over the next few episodes and over the next several months, will be focused more on being sustainable and thinking about nature as opposed to thinking about progress. Our plan is to do what is called an eco-resort. Eco-resorts are in line with ecotourism, or eco-lodges. If you Google those terms, you'll find a lot of information. But at the very core, they focus on being more sustainable than what is normally present in mainstream tourism. But there are 3 key components to most eco-resorts: conservation, education, and local heritage. And so if you go to countries like Australia, Costa Rica, some of the islands in the Caribbean, some of the European countries, Africa, which is not a country, it's a continent, I know that. India, there are resorts that are more focused on those 3 or 4 principles. The 4th one, of course, being sustainability. And so what we hope to do here is meet an unmet need. It's not to say people don't have opportunities to go into the mountains and enjoy the streams and the ridges and the peaks and the leaves and the salamanders and the deer, but that will be our primary focus. So the plan is that we will develop this only as much as is necessary to make the property profitable. So specifically, we're thinking 30 to 40 cabins, which will cover the cost of the road and the infrastructure for the property, a main lodge, and then multiple amenities on the property. We'll get into that in the next episode, but the primary purpose of this discussion is to tell you that if you love nature, if you need a break from civilization, from the urban sprawl, this is going to be the place to come. So the last remaining questions I would expect are on your minds are, so what are the 30 or 40 cabins going to look like, and what's the lodge going to look like, Jake? And to answer that in as succinct a way as I can, I'm going to start with some off-grid structures, probably an off-grid campsite, something that a person could stay in comfortably for many days, maybe us. After that, I hope to do an off-grid structure that is fully functional and net zero, which means we don't need anything off the grid. After that, sorry, we got to navigate a thicket. Snow's pretty heavy. After that, we're going to build a variety of cabins. And I call them cabins just because there's not a better word for it, but a variety of units that will range from 1 bedroom to 4 bedroom. The styles will include, I hear Tucker in the background. Cade is walking. He came with me and he walked the ridge while I've come to have a conversation with you. And I can hear him barking, which tells me they're headed back. Sorry for the distraction. So we're going to do some A-frames, hopefully do some traditional style cabins. We hope to do some tree houses. We hope to do 1 or more fire tower looking structures. And we hope to do some very cozy cottages. That's just a little sample of what I've got in my mind and what I've started to design. So why did Jake decide to do a YouTube channel? Well, not because I'm good on camera and not because I have any experience at this, as you've probably already figured out. The reason for the YouTube channel is because this project is so grassroots for me, and it is on such a shoestring budget. Yes, we have financing, but it's on such a shoestring budget that our family needs as much support as we can get. I know there are going to be naysayers. There already are. Your support just through this encourages me that there are people out there who are looking for nature-focused properties, nature-focused opportunities. There's a larger segment of people that come to the Smokies that want to spend time in nature than we realize. I think we assume that everybody wants to come here and be on the Strip in Gatlinburg, or they want to go to whatever the activities are in Pigeon Forge. And while that is probably true, we all enjoy that stuff. We also enjoy this kind of stuff. So stick with me, be patient with me, and throw me a bone every once in a while, and I'll appreciate it. If you've got friends who enjoy nature, who like coming to the Smokies, would you please, I humbly ask that you invite them to watch the channel and start supporting it. So if you'd like to make a comment, I don't care what the comments are, but feedback is encouraged. We'll be thinking about all sorts of things in this project, and I'll be asking you for help. Thank you for giving this YouTube channel a chance. I hope not to disappoint, and I will see you soon. Isn't this a beautiful backdrop? This chimney, you know, most chimneys were stuffed with mortar. The Sizemores definitely stuffed it with mud and gravel. This is a nice texture. Somebody decided they'd camp out here, so they covered the windows in tin, and it's actually perfect. I wouldn't want it any other way. Untouched is the best palette to work with.